Welcome back, everybody, to Caravan of Garbage, where we're wrapping up The Hunger Games series.
It's not The Hunger Games series. I think it belongs to the world.
Yeah? Is that what happens? You
Yeah, I
make
think so.
art and it goes out in the world and then people forget about it.
People do remixes and they stitch it on TikTok or whatever.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God.
Just really energy-filled teens doing like riffs on just two middle-aged men talking about a young adult novel from...
a decade ago?
Yep.
Oh my God. Leave a like if you could, because we are, of course, talking about The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Yeah.
Imagine being really excited for this movie.
Go on.
And then it just picks up 30 seconds after the last one.
Okay.
You wait a full year.
Yes.
And then it's just, okay. And then Katniss woke up in a different room.
Okay.
And it was like the next day.
Well, what do you want?
I don't know. This shouldn't be two movies.
It's
ludicrous.
What you seem to be suggesting there is that the next movie should occur in real time based on the amount of time we waited for it. So it should have picked up a year later.
Yeah. When it's all over.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They won and whatever.
Yeah, great.
Coin gets shot with an arrow.
Wow.
Philip Seymour Hoffman lives, the character of.
That's right.
Yeah, look, I think this is better than the last one because it's the one where things happen.
Sure.
And, things kick off.
Too many things? Too many weird things.
Yeah.
It feels like this was the throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks thing.
Yeah.
Movie?
Because you can't do another Hunger Games.
Yeah.
But how do you make it feel like you're in an arena?
Well, someone says, "Hey, welcome to the next Hunger Games," and we all give a wink, like the early one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no way to engineer like a fake Hunger Games, unless the heroes show up and they get locked in a big arena. But it's essentially that, isn't it? Because the bad guys have tricked out an entire city with traps, and not only traps, but like the most elaborate traps they've ever come up with.
Well, initially I'm like, machine guns off fire, boo, who cares?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, they get a little weird, they get a little creative. There's a little bit of flair associated with some of these. Flowing tar pit that if you get caught in it, you get whipped by chains or something.
Yeah, were they two separate traps, or do you think it's just like...
I think it's part of the goo.
Is it whipping oil?
Yeah, I think so. Mutts in the sewer.
Yeah,
Which is just when it's the movie Aliens for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Just
there's
in the
that.
middle of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn. I mean, and they kill a bunch of people. I mean, Finnick dies.
It's true.
Mahershala Ali dies, who
Boggs.
plays Boggs. Yes. God, do you reckon Marvel will one day let him be Blade?
No. No, never. Because they'd have to finish the script, and they don't do that anymore.
That's true.
So,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Imagine you're in a future dystopian society, and everybody gets cool names like Katniss and Plutarch, and you're Boggs.
Maybe that is cool in the future.
Might be the coolest name.
Yeah, absolutely. He lost his legs, right?
Yes.
Because it's pretty brutal, but it does that thing where, you turn away from it. You don't show too much. Or they might have a trap like...
He was embarrassed, certainly.
Yeah, it would have been pretty embarrassing. And it's got traps like the light disintegrating beams and whatever. I thought that was a fun thing where you get cubed or whatever by the light. It just like shatters you. Love all of that. Yeah, because a big part of this movie is they got to get into town. They got to get to the CBD.
Yes, that's right.
The Central Business District, because they have to crack the nut, as it's called. And the initial plan is something, but then Jennifer Lawrence takes it over and goes, no, I just want to shoot Donald Sutherland with an arrow.
Yeah, I'm going to wing this, actually. We got a plan. We're going to wing it.
I've got a hologram map thing that tells us where all the traps are, but not all of the traps. Follow me. Yeah,
They got to bring everybody along. They got to bring along Peter.
Yep.
Even though, he's got the brain problem.
There might be something else going on there, though. I think that's maybe part of a clever scheme.
Oh.
Because he's not supposed to be there because he's not right. He throws that guy into the tar trap at one point, which you're not supposed to do if you're on the same team.
That's right. It's not sporting, is it?
Yeah, it's really not. Maybe he just got caught up. Maybe he just thought he was like, oh, it's the Hunger Games. Let's kill each other. He forgot.
Yeah.
I don't think that was part of the PTSD. I think he just
right.
forgot for a second.
But he's there for propo, as we know.
Yeah.
Which is what you call propaganda in Australia.
It's true. Yeah.
Hey, look at Macca's new propo.
Yeah. It's a slightly crispier chicken burger or whatever. Yeah, it's good, I guess, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I literally had one before I came here.
And?
It's pretty good.
Better than a regular McChicken burger?
I don't know. That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. Because then you have to go and try the other one, right?
That's right.
Compare the crispiness.
That's where we're going after this.
That's right.
And next week we can be sponsored by the McSoggy, which is the soggier version.
So here's a bit of background, Mason, on District 13, which they sort of touch on in the movies. So during the original rebellion, which was 75 years earlier, that might be when the Younger Games are set. Who knows? So that was apparently a secret military industrial complex. And as a result of a stalemate between District 13 and the Capitol, it's TOL, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
Because it's the future.
Yeah, that's right. It's the future and people forgot how to spell certain things.
That's right.
Yeah. Because they both had access to nuclear weapons, they were like, this is a mutually assured destruction situation.
Okay.
So why don't we just do a big ceasefire and we'll tell everybody that we killed you. Yeah. And then they went, okay, we'll just be quiet for 75 years.
Yeah.
and we'll just go from there. Yeah.
Just a bit of shush for 75 years.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So that's fun, isn't it?
That's fun.
How do you feel about the Philip Seymour Hoffman in this? Or the lack of at points. They got some of it, clearly.
I wouldn't say I noticed his absence in the sense that
He's in it.
he's in it. And all the scenes that I remember from watching it at the cinema, he was still in it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, again, I haven't read the original novels. So apparently they took some of that character's dialogue and gave it to other characters.
There's a bit at the end where Haymitch reads a letter from him.
Oh, yes.
And that's obviously a scene that he would have been in. There's stuff also where after you see Julianne Moore get shot with an arrow, bad placement of your person, by the way.
I wouldn't have stood there at all.
What are you doing?
I would have stood probably behind Katniss, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then it would take she'd probably have to do like a backflip or something.
Yeah.
And you'd see it coming, obviously.
Absolutely you would.
You absolute goose, Julianne Moore. What were you thinking?
But you see after that he gives it a little he gives a little wry
It's in
smile.
the Pope-mobile or something.
It's in the Pope. They've probably got a Pope-mobile.
They've probably got a Pope-mobile up on the stand with the Pope in a Pope-mobile.
Exactly.
What were you thinking, Julianne Moore, you goose?
God, I tell you what, were you did that feel like good comeuppance to you? Because Julianne Moore, but what they were saying is basically she's just like Snow. You know? They're both evildoers.
So shoot her now.
Shoot her now?
In fact, shoot her now, shoot all her advisors, shoot anybody. You know what? Just line up everybody in the city and be like, you considering maybe doing another Hunger Games? You think that might be a good idea? Well, we're going to shoot you too. Actually, I got enough arrows.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll do a few of you at once. Some of these explode.
God. So in this scenario, right, when it all wraps up, and we're jumping around a bit, it's suggested that let's do another The Hunger Games, but with the rich people kids,
That's
you know?
right.
And we really, so everybody gets a sense of what's going on with the Hunger Games. We all have an idea of what's going on. How do you feel about that as a strategy? Is that something you love?
No.
You don't like eye for an eye?
No, James.
Oh. Isn't that the point of the movie, though?
Oh, we're supposed to
Revenge?
learn that. Are we all supposed to learn that? I think it's a good idea.
Katniss does a big revenge. Why can't everybody get a big revenge?
Well, then we're done.
Yeah?
She's got her revenge and she's the main character. Neither of us are the main character,
That's
are we?
true,
So
yeah.
we don't get to do a big revenge. It's like, do you remember, speaking of arrows, do you remember the first couple of seasons of Arrow? And he's killing everybody. He's shooting everybody with arrows. And then he's like, I'm not going to do any more killings. And then some other people show up and be like, I'm going to do some killings. And he's like, no, killing's wrong. You did all those killings. Let everybody else do some.
Also, you still kill.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Come on. No, I completely understand what you're saying. So you're saying if you're the main character and you're in a love triangle, then that's fine. You can do it. You can,
Yes,
you
of
can
course.
basically shoot whoever.
I think so.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And then you'd be like, this ends now. And then there's no more. You get to say this ends now.
Yeah, of course. So one of the complaints we had of the first two Hunger Games movies,
Not about our videos.
Nah.
Okay.
No complaints.
Great.
And if you have any, leave them below, but we will not be addressing them. There's that there's no stakes in terms of the decisions that Katniss has to make or doesn't have to make.
Yes, absolutely.
In the Hunger Game, that she never has to shoot a child.
Yes.
To-
or an old lady.
Or an old lady or whatever.
a duck.
Yeah, or a duck. She'd shoot a duck, but she doesn't.
She doesn't
She
shoot a
shoots
duck,
a
that's what I'm
pheasant,
saying.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Because, Rue takes an arrow or an axe or whatever. The old lady walks into the fog. These are things she doesn't have to address. But how do you feel in this one?
Oh, yes.
Where her actions in taking the fight to President Snow so she can shoot an arrow at him is getting people around her killed. And she's like, wait a minute. I hate making decisions. This sucks.
Yeah. I shouldn't have volunteered as a tribute back then.
No. Well, yeah. What was the point, really, ultimately? But is that the point? Because her sister dies in this, right?
That's true.
She dies in a big explosion.
What do you mean, right? You've seen it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, right.
I'm saying that's right.
Yeah, it is right.
It's the right thing to happen.
It is the correct thing that can happen, yeah.
It's the futility of war, I assume, right?
Yes,
Right?
Right? Yeah.
That's what they were aiming.
Yeah.
Because we know some of these themes are accidental.
Yeah, it's true.
So
But this one might be deliberate?
I don't know.
Okay.
Right?
Because Julianne Moore does it. She drops all the bombs.
Yeah, well, not
Right?
just... Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
She does it.
It's the right thing to do.
Because it's propo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's both propo and the proper thing to do, which is propo.
Yeah, but I guess that, that points to, like, as I said, the futility of war and whatnot. But it really puts a wrinkle in the old the love triangle, because it turns out that Chris Hemsworth's brother, he's got that dog in him, and by that I mean he loves doing war crimes.
That's exactly right.
So it was his idea.
Which feels kind of like a last act reveal, that kind of thing of like.
I think it's kind of hinted at, like, leading up. Especially in the last one.
He does have that T-shirt that says, "Ask me about all my war crimes." So
that I am yet to do, but will do. Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, that also, the problem there is that again, it precludes Katniss from making any difficult decisions this time about her love life, because the whole thing, it's been like, is it going to be Gale, or is it going to be Peter?
Who are you going to be kissing?
Maybe the one who doesn't do war crimes, that just tried to choke you to death. But that wasn't his fault, right?
Right? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who do you pick? Mr. War Crimes, who indirectly got your sister killed, or the guy who got his brain melted and choked you a bit?
I reckon a different guy.
Yeah, you reckon there'd be a third guy?
There's probably some real hunks in the Capitol with cool haircuts and like big jackets with a big collar on them, maybe.
Yeah.
Some gold,
But soft hands,
Soft hands.
But is that good though? Is that what you want?
Yeah, it
You
is,
wanna
right?
Go for something,
Right?
right? Yeah, you want to go for something different, right?
Yeah.
So, no, you're right. She doesn't have to make a decision because one of them is genocidal maniac. Yeah, despite being Chris Hemsworth's brother.
That's true.
Which he's got all the advantages in the world of being Chris Hemsworth's brother.
That's right.
And look how he uses it.
Chris Hemsworth's brother, great actor, great hair. He's in those OPSM glasses ads in Australia.
Isn't he? Yeah.
Getting free glasses, probably.
He's probably getting
What
free.
a dog.
I don't reckon he'd use them though.
I don't think he needs them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's that situation.
I think it is, yeah. I think he just
Impressive.
puts them on to look intellectual. I don't think he needs them at all. I bet he's got perfect eyesight. But all the Hemsworths have.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So, I mean, we know Julianne Moore gets some comeuppance. Do you feel...
And some come downance.
That's true.
Because she falls off the thing.
Falls off the thing. Do you feel that President Snow, him being torn apart by a mob, that's enough, right?
Yeah, right? Right? I think that's enough, him being torn to shreds. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And we don't see enough of it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you can't, can you? Yeah, really. Yeah. Before we do trivia, I just have a couple of cat thoughts.
They could have turned to black and white like in Kill Bill.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you get away with more.
That's
you
true.
You can get away with more of a Donald Sutherland being torn to pieces if it's in black and white. Because there could be anything coming out of him. Guts, paper mache,
A tar trap.
paint,
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly. All these different things. Before we do the hung trivia, I have a couple of cat thoughts. There's just a cat lady in this out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Maybe she's probably shows up in the background of a previous
isn't
one.
isn't she like, she's one of the designers, right?
Yeah.
She's friends with, the
Are
guy.
you gonna go my way?
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz. I was going to say guy whose dick flew out of his pants that time.
like right out?
Yeah.
Like it flew away?
Yeah, it flew away, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, it's
God.
spread peace all around the world. It's beautiful.
Great. Did
But
it come back?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Okay.
But I guess she's, they're probably, maybe she must have been in the background in one of the previous ones. But yeah, it's just like, oh, there's a cat lady. She sort of acts like a cat.
Sort of.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Yeah. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
There's that, and then the cat that shows up during these movies. That cat doesn't give a shit at all. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What kind of like willpower, or not even, just a complete lack of? Is it no peripherals?
No.
Like there's things like shattering all around the cat, and it's getting screamed at, and it's
I mean, is the cat even really there?
Oh, yes.
Because I think the cat refused to perform with any of the other actors. So
Oh,
they had to-
okay, right.
They had to do it in green screen.
Okay, green screen cat. All right, that makes sense. All right, it's time for Mason.
Go on.
For the final time. It's the hung trivia, mocking trivia, part 2.
Part trivia?
Yeah, part trivia. This
Love
is the
that.
trivia section of the show. This bit is directly from IMDb, so I hope you enjoy it.
So it's made up, whatever it is.
No, I mean, you tell me if this is made up.
Okay.
Jennifer Lawrence
That's made up.
and director Francis Lawrence are not related.
That's true, actually.
That is true. You're
I
right.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's just from IMDb trivia, so I assume it is true.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence accidentally revealed that her nephews were playing Katniss and Peter's children during Comic-Con 2015. Do you remember that big reveal? It's crazy. Internet went insane.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, everything just shut down. I think it was about a week, maybe. Well, the power went out.
Yeah.
Do
Sure.
you remember?
Yeah, right.
It was a big deal. Yeah. And the epilogue scene was shot a year after principal photography shooting ended. Jennifer Lawrence's baby nephew was such a heavy sleeper that he wouldn't wake up to the loud clapping that was supposed to startle him. So they had to resort to a squeaky whistle to get him to
Okay,
wake
sure.
up.
Okay.
That's fun, isn't it?
That's a fun bit of trivia.
Yeah. God, imagine having a baby like that. You know what I mean? A baby that sleeps through the night, sleeps through a film shoot. That's what you want. Now, things have taken a turn in the Hunger Games franchise financially. Despite having a budget of $160 million, it only made $653.4, which is good. Before you jump down my throat and say, James, that's actually bad.
Sounds bad.
No, it's good.
Come on, imagine only having $650 million whatever dollars.
That is embarrassing. Yeah, you're right. So it did have the lowest opening of the franchise, earning $102.7 million in its opening weekend. And it's also, of all the Hunger Games movies, it is the lowest earner. Oh. Even the first one. Yeah, which made slightly more than this. But still, overall, this is like a $2 billion franchise. It's still a good result. It did just kind of peter out at the end, if you don't mind me saying so. And let's just talk salary. This is a segment called Getting Paid, I think we call it. It might be called a different thing.
It's about me getting paid?
You don't get paid, Mason.
Oh, no. I thought this was the one.
No, you get paid in experience.
Oh, sure. And occasionally I have to do a Hunger Games, I guess.
Jennifer Lawrence.
To kill all the other podcasters. I'll do it.
Yeah, I know you would. So Jennifer Lawrence got paid $500,000 for the first one, as we mentioned. $10 million for the second. $15 million for the third.
Nice.
What'd she get for the fourth?
$15 million again?
That's right, it was the same. I was
knew
trying
it.
to trick you.
You didn't trick me. You can't trick me.
They would have done the deal at the same time and they shot them back to back.
That's right.
You made the right decision there.
Yeah, that's right.
Incredible work.
Yeah. Sorry, this video didn't end the way you thought it would with me being humiliated over a wrong guess about how much Jennifer Lawrence got paid.
I just wanted to give you the experience of being humiliated.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
We'll sort it out later.
Yeah, we'll sort it out later. But yeah, I just feel splitting the book into two, and it's not the strongest book in the franchise, having read it. It's, I can see why people didn't kind of go along the ride. For the ride. It didn't grow and grow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I wonder if also, like, maybe some people just aged out of the franchise.
Yeah, but Harry Potter went for like 10 years,
That's
and that was fine. That only got stronger.
That's true.
Yeah, until the prequels.
Oh, yeah.
And they're bad movies.
They are bad movies.
Which, except for the first one, which I think is fine. But the follow-up ones are bad movies.
Yeah, sure.
In my opinion. Yeah, maybe they did. Over the 3 years or 4 years that these movies came out.
Maybe, man.
But yeah.
I don't know nothing about young adult novels.
Nope. And we're not here to learn.
That's right.
We're here for clout.
Are we?
Yeah.
When are we going to get some clout then?
I don't know. It shows up eventually. Doesn't it?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, if you like these videos, you might be like, wow, I wish I could see them early. Well, guess what you can if you head over to bigsandwich.co, where all the videos on this channel go up early. But it's not just that. There's exclusive video game Let's Plays. There's movie commentaries. There's bonus podcasts. Our podcast, The Weekly Planet, where we talk movies and comics and TV shows, that actually comes out there early Sunday as opposed to Monday, where it's on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, etc.
You get clout.
And you get clout.
You get some clout.
We're going to be handing out some clout.
That's right.
Yeah. On the next episode, we're going to be talking about the Hunger Games prequel.
Oh.
And
we got to watch it then.
Yeah, we got to watch it.
All right, fine.
It's all right. This is all fresh, so you're going to remember all the characters.
All right, okay.
Or something.
Do you think there's going to be like a Looper-style montage where Jason Schwartzman slowly transforms into Stanley Tucci over the course of the movie?
Again, as we talked about, I don't think he's the same character, Mason.
That's
I think they're father and son or brothers or whatever.
Right.
Who's a father-son hosting team? Who we got?
In the world?
Yeah.
In real life?
Yeah. Like, there's the you know...
Probably Dick Van Dyke and his son. I bet they've hosted together.
They probably have.
Dick Van Dyke and Chad Van Dyke.
It's a great example.
I think so.
All right, thanks everyone for watching.
Grab that jab, you guys. We'll see you next week.
And thank you, Ben and Lawrence, for the edit.
Thank you, Ben and Lawrence.